and then the Lord have a mute ear to your prayers. So while I'm talking, I'm getting convicted. Um, the only thing I'm gonna say, do like Amos, show up and show out. I was reading this one thing, and it was saying it was a whole different study. It was about an Esther regarding what's his name, more more DK and Hammond. I think that's who it was, where um, the king started with an X, Exodus. He was laying in the bed sleepless, called one of the servants, read me all the great deeds I did. So as the servant is reading him the great deeds, he come across a servant that told about a plot regarding the king. So the king was like, "Ooh, I forgot about this." So Herman was the first hand of the king. So lo and behold, Herman's Hammond, I think it's Hammond, is in the courtyard. So the king says, summons him to me. So he comes in there, mind you, before the day before, early that morning, Haman had prepared to execute a group of people. So, anyways, just God has great timing. So Haman come in there like, King, you wanted me? And he was like, well, how do you think I should honor the man that, or how do you think I should reward the man that's most honored by the king? So Haman's like, what? Shoot, you need the gown. Let him wear one of your robes you done wore. Gown, put him on one of the horses you done rode. Go parade him around the city saying, this is it's what's done for the man most honored by the king. So the king like, oh, okay. Well, hey, do me a favor. Go on the outside of the gates and get this Jew named Mordisi. Happened to be happened to be one of the people who was supposed to be executed, and tell him and give him one of my robes. Get him one of my horses that I've rode, and then you take him around the city and do that. Now that's completely different because me saying it out loud, I got something else. But anyways, so after all of that, the scriptures didn't say what Medici felt after that. If he was proud, if he was whatever have you. After his parade around the courts, Medici went back to work. Mind you, I think for like 5 years he wasn't working because he was set to die. But after the king read that, then that's how it all had ended up coming together. But what I got out of Medici is he didn't have to have been showboated. He didn't have to have praise. He didn't have to have any of that. Whereas Haman thought that that's all was supposed to be for him. But what Medici did was go back to work. The Lord spared his life the day before it was taken. He got honored by the king, got everything another man thought he deserved. And it was something I read. It says, like, Medici was a good example where you just show up. If we get overlooked or affirmation or for affirmation or promotion, so be it. Just do your job. If we get elevated yet celebrated, so be it. Still do your job. Let's pursue a walk with God so close that the spotlight of the world, be they for us or against us, are eclipsed by his enormous shadow that casts our path. Meaning, if God call you, whether people talk about you, talk about what you've done, what you're doing, your your walk may no, no, your walk is your walk. Your walk is all the trials you're going through. Your walk is bumping your head, giving God praise, praying for him. Your walk was probably even when you call yourself trying to shut God off, and you're a witness now on how great he is, how much you done ran, and he got that fishing wheel like, yep, nope, not, He loves us that much that he's always faithful, even when we're not faithful. Most of the time, he's always faithful. He never changes. His word never changes. So it was about 4 different lessons I actually could have teached on, or not teach, gave my understanding on, regarding this. Again, my most thing is I have to just show up and let him use me as he see fit. It's not about what I'm doing. It's not about what, it's about mainly what I'm not doing. And what I'm not doing is allowing God to use me as the vessel that I've always been. I think I felt for a while that I've been broken. So it's like, Lord, I want you to feel me, but I'm so broken. It's going to kind of ease out in these cracks I got all around. But God uses the broken vessel, because when he's putting in you everything he's putting in you, and those cracks ain't seeping, it's staying in, then that's a testimony. When another person can see, how in the world is that vase holding water? And I clearly see cracks in it about that thick. Like, it's not even all the way together. But God has always kept me. But God has never, ever, ever left me. I'm not going to quote the whole song, but it's a song like that. Um, it makes me feel bad on how faithful he's been to me, and how I've been opposite. When I say opposite, I would like to compare the fact of, it ain't like I'm studying other religions and stuff, but it's, you're not studying mine. So whatever you put into yourself is what is going to come out. I've been putting alcohol. I've been putting unnecessary gossip. I've been putting a good time over my all overall soul. And it's harvest time. So my prayer is that the seeds that I've been throwing, that to me, I'm not throwing them. I don't want nothing to grow, so I ain't throwing them. I'm just going out to roll out. I'm just drinking to drinking. I'm just doing this just because. But then when you think about, again, whatever you put in, it comes out. If I'm not feeding my soul, nourishing my soul, my spirit, it's still eating. It's just, I'm not equipped with what I need to when I'm faced with different things, because I didn't allow myself, because I wanted to have fun, have a good time. And all in all, I can say I had some laughs. At the end, it just started being like, I started getting into it with everybody. Like, be cute, go in there. Somebody step on my toe, something that would never ever make me upset. All of a sudden now, like I was turned into a different person that I didn't even know. Like, I'm a Paul, Philip, Chris, Monica. I was everybody. So just reflecting back on that, um, yeah, God call you. Listen, if you don't, He gonna have to do you like He did Amaziah. Now I gave you a warning. I told you, you okay. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. You want to relay my message the way you wanted to relay my message. You wanted, okay. Well, let me give you another message. This was about to happen, and I don't want that kind of message. I don't. Well, I don't have a wife, but I don't want my wife to be a prostitute, or my kids to die, and then me being a foreign land. And I don't want God's face to turn from me, because when you know better, you do better. And I've been knowing, I just haven't been doing. So my thing is, I'm saying that jokingly, but pray for me, and I'll equally pray for each and every one. May God continue to bless everyone, and Be a blessing to somebody else. Pray for somebody else. Again, like I said earlier, sometimes it's better to show face to your circumstances because somebody else might be going through that exact same thing. And when you be honest with yourself, you can be a help to someone else. But if you're lying to yourself like everything is okay and I'm good with putting on that okay face, what? No, the world's not falling down on me and I'm standing like this. No, I'm fine. It's not heavy. So what? My spine is crooked now. Yeah, it's okay. It's not heavy. Versus saying, you know what, this is heavy. I'm going through a lot, but God is keeping me. No matter what I've been through, no matter how down I got, emotionally, spiritually, financially, anything, God has always kept me. And I'm beyond thankful, not deserving of more than half the blessings He bestowed on me. But I'm glad He never gave up on me when everyone else, not necessarily to my face or behind my back, but you know, sometimes it's just like, I'm not gonna say lost cause, but almost. Um, he never gave up on me. He always fought for me. And if nothing else means anything, that means everything. I hope somebody got something out of all my rambling and can do something with it. Love you each and every